Hey sisters, welcome back to the channel. Now this is episode 2 of the Going Deeper series. In episode 1, we asked the question, Black women, did God curse our hair? And in that video we explained there's a worldwide awakening to the fact that we so-called black people are the bloodline descendants of the biblical Jews. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. We explain in that video how we, as the Israelites, were the only race that the Creator gave his laws, statutes and commandments to. Those laws commonly known as the Law of Moses. We go on to explain that we continuously and rebelliously broke those laws, becoming a cursed people, a cursed nation. Curses such as the transatlantic slave trade, as prophesied in the Bible. Curses of colonization, as prophesied in the Bible. All curses going up to Black Lives Matter that we see today. And the main curse we talk about in episode 1 is that the Most High, the God of Israel, would curse the scalp of the daughters of Zion to cause traction alopecia, which many black women suffer from today. Now, for those of you who didn't see that episode 1, here's a quick historical recap.
You can hear me clearly, Rabbi. Let us have your name once more.
My name is Rabbi Yehuda ben Shomer.
Okay. Well, is it okay if we just call you Yehuda?
Yeah, that's fine.
Today?
Yeah, that's fine. No problem at all. I'll go on even further to say this, that the slave trade is actually connected to Deuteronomy 28, because the majority of the slaves that were brought to the Caribbean islands and brought to the Americas were Hebrew people, were people of Hebrew and Hebraic Israelite descent, if you will. And so if you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, it matches perfectly what happened to the Hebrew slaves, the black Hebrew slaves, during the slave trade. It just matches it perfectly.
So you were saying that there's a great chance, or more so, that the black people that links directly to the slave trade are from the lost tribes of Israel. Is that what you're saying here, sir?
Yes, I am.
A treatise on physical geography, comprising hydrology, geology, meteorology, botany, zoology, and anthropology, by A. Barrington. I want you to see that this was published in 1850. Again, get the older books. Remember, we have not been emancipated as of yet, so many of these writers had no fear about putting truths or secrets that they discovered in their books. Let's go over to page 297. Page 297. All right. Hope y'all can see this. Thus the Jews are a people who have ever, according to the prophecy, dwelt alone, without intermixing with the nations to this day. Now this separate race all descend from, see that word? Let me zoom in. Brown ancestors. Let me pull back. Now this separate race all descend from brown ancestors. For Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob must have been as dark as Mar Yohanan, if not darker, meaning dark skin. Exhibit every shade of color from the black Jews of Malabar. So letting you know that the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob exhibit all the shades of color from the black Jews of Malabar. Okay, meaning different shades of brown, from a very dark brown to a very light brown. Okay, let's jump down here. The Spanish Jew is always dark complexion, and his hair is uniformly black. Okay, then they go into the convert Jews. These German Jews with blue eyes, these are the converts. I didn't even underline that. The various shades of color observable among the Negro or African race tends to the same conclusion. What conclusion? Up here, that the Jews exhibit every shade of color from the black Jews of Malabar. Okay? The various shades of color observable among the Negro or African race tends to the same conclusion. Along the coast of Guinea, which is low, marshy, and hot, we find jet black complexion, and this is the very country from which American Negroes have been derived. You see this? Do y'all see this? Come on, somebody talk to me. Light and truth collected from the Bible and ancient and modern history, containing the universal history of the colored and the Indian race. This was published in 1844. 1844. Page 348. The prophet Noah. Noah, the son of Lamech, was a prophet of the antediluvian world. A knowledge of the deluge, was made known to him about 120 years before the flood. He was a just man and a faithful preacher of righteousness. He warned the people of their destruction by a flood. God commanded Noah to build the ark, or great ship, and Ham, a mighty man, helped to build the ark at God's command. The posterity of Noah, who inhabited the earth after the flood, were a colored people, and their language was Hebrew. See the historical books of the ancients. This language was originally given to man by his creator, and afterwards broken into a multitude of tongues at Babel. The Hebrew, it is almost certain, was the language of Adam and Eve, and it is certain their complexion was black.
Sisters, even random everyday people are also awakening to this truth.
Now, what I want to do now is I want to go to Deuteronomy 28. Because Deuteronomy 28, out of all the peoples and nations of the world, tongues, ethnics, and backgrounds, they define out one population of people that are more unique than any population of people up on the planet of Earth. They're the only people that meet these characteristics and therefore can be the only people that are the true Hebrews. So let us begin. Scripture says that you would take a wife and another would lie with it. How many women were raped during slavery and taken from their husbands and sold to someone else as a master and taken abroad? All right? This built a house, but you won't dwell in it. How many built the nation of the United States of America today, but you have no part with it, you know? You would plant vineyards, but you wouldn't eat the fruit thereof, harvest it. There you go. You know, you worked and toiled in the fields. Your ancestors worked and toiled in the fields, but you had no part of it. The sons and daughters taken away. You know, you'd long for them all the day long. Your eyes would fail for longing after them, and they're not to return. The slavery, the children would be born. They'd be to a certain age, and they'd be sold. Okay? Even for me as a white man, I found that when I became unemployed, it was very difficult on certain things. But I find for the most difficult people that have a hard time is probably the African American people. And I wondered for many years why that was until I understood that you people were the true Hebrews under the curse of Deuteronomy 28. And that makes perfect sense. The Scripture says that the stranger would be put above you and you would be put below. You know, I can't tell you how many times I went into a McDonald's and other places abroad that it's the lowest of low jobs, and that's where you find many of the true Hebrews. And once again, I mean not to be racist. This is why you're under this ban, is because of Deuteronomy, the curse of Deuteronomy 28. And, you know, Deuteronomy 30, if you read that chapter, it's a call for return. And I encourage you to begin the restoration of the Creator's appointed times. Right there's a link to it. Keep His commandments. Believe on the Most High and accept His Son, because if you do so, one day you will have back what your ancestors lost. One day you'll have all these things restored unto you again. It's so important we have every single characteristic of end-time prophecy in place, and one of those is knowing who the true biblical Hebrews are.
Yes, they are Hebrew Israelites. And that's not a religion. That's not a cult. It's strictly a nationality bloodline of people. And It's that simple. They're a bloodline, and you cannot convert into being an Israelite. You can't, change to be an Israelite.
I want to read chapter 28 and verse 68. It says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Now, if you were to get a globe, and you were to look at where the Hebrew Israelites were at, they would not need a ship to get to Egypt. So God was obviously talking about something else. He wasn't talking about the physical land of Egypt. If you look in Exodus 13:3 and Deuteronomy 20 and verse 2, it refers to Egypt as a house of bondage. Now, I want to show you something, and I know everybody has seen this. I saw it a million times, but never paid any attention and never really thought twice about it. But on the back of the dollar bill, there's a pyramid. Now, pyramids are notorious with Egypt. I mean, you say pyramid, that's automatically what you think of is Egypt. So why would the United States of America put a pyramid on the back of their dollar bill? Now, with the word Egypt meaning house of bondage, God was obviously telling the Israelites, "Hey, I'm going to put you back into slavery." Now, the only race of people that were brought over on ships and sold as bondmen and bondwomen, which are slaves, are the so-called African Americans. That's the term that the white man has given them. Now, like I said before, if after you do this research, which I don't expect you to take anything that I'm telling you, look it up for yourself, do the research. That's what I did. Anytime I was shown a scripture, shown something in a book, I'd look it up myself and do the same thing. And if at the end of that you still can't see it, then I really don't know what else to say. But I want the Black Hebrew Israelites, I'm trying to help to get them woke up and to see the rich heritage that they really have. And what a blessing to be one of God's chosen people. I mean, honestly, I'd give my left foot to be one of God's chosen people. Now, in Revelation chapter 1, verses 13 through 15, is a description of Christ. And it brings out that he had hair white like wool. Now, I want to show you a picture. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what wool looks like, but I just wanted you to get a good visual. Okay? Now, there's wool. Now, I'm going to show you another picture, and we all know who this is. But when you look at his hair, it is exactly like the sheep's wool. Now, I know it says that it was white, so I want to show you a picture of an older Hebrew Israelite. And when you look at his hair, that's exactly what it is, white like wool. Now, if you look at the gentleman next to him, who is a so-called white person, he does not have woolly hair. And white people in general don't. I mean, you look at my hair, it's not woolly, it's thin and fine and straight, which is pretty much the norm for the so-called white people. Now, also, in Daniel 7, chapter 7, verse 9, it talks about the Ancient of Days, which is God himself. And there's a description of him there. And it says he had hair white like wool.
God has hair like the pure wool. And the texture of it was like pure wool. It was woolly. Who has woolly hair? The so-called Negro, the black man and black woman. Those are the ones walking around on earth with the woolly hair. It's always been known that the so-called Negro is the one walking around with the woolly hair. God has the same exact hair that you have. All in ancient literature and ancient history, all the way up to the late 1800s, they were always describing black people with woolly hair. That's always how they describe them, with the woolly textured hair, like sheep. The Clarendon Dictionary, wool, the soft curled hair of sheep and other animals, closely curled hair of Negroes.
So again, sisters, God didn't curse our hair. This is not a curse. However, God did recently curse the scalp of many of our sisters. Now, sisters, I want to show you where this is written in the Bible, because the Bible did prophesy that this would happen to many of us. So I'm going to read from the book of Isaiah, from the King James Bible, the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, and I'm going to pull out the curses specifically relating to the hair. Now, in the Bible, you get curses on men, curses on women, and curses on nations as a whole. So the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, from verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks.
I mean, haughty and walking with stretched forth necks is all kind of like, look at me, I'm fine, you're lucky if you can get to talk to me. And, the Most High God of Israel is not interested in that kind of behaviour, sisters. We have to really not be like that.
And wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and instead of well set hair, baldness. So again, sisters, our hair itself is not a curse, but God did curse the scalp of many of us, and he did that to get our attention. So sisters, you may be asking, well, if we're the chosen people, why all these curses? Why slavery, colonization, this hair curse? All these curses Moses said would identify as being the signs to identify who the children of Israel are in the last days. All these curses, not one or two, not a handful, all. So why? The reason is, sisters, is because as the children of Israel, we were given a divine and royal law. That law is commonly known as the law of Moses. And we were the only race the Creator gave that law to. And we consistently, rebelliously, and deliberately broke it.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Sisters, Jacob, the name Jacob being referred to in that scripture was referring to the forefather Jacob of the 12 tribes of Israel. His name was later changed to Israel, us. And when you read that scripture saying, he, the Most High God of Israel, hath not dealt so with any nation, it's basically saying that he, the Most High God of Israel, did not give his laws, statutes and commandments to any other nation. That's why when you watch slave movies, it's us being punished because we broke the law of Moses that he only gave to us. Other nations are not guilty of breaking the law of Moses because they were never given the law of Moses.
Exactly, sisters, which is why when you read the scriptures, the God of Israel never ever accuses the other nations of breaking his covenant. A covenant is a contract, an agreement. That's what a covenant is. He says the house of Judah, the southern kingdom, and the house of Israel, the northern kingdom, have broken his covenant. The house of Judah and the house of Israel combined make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
And they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers.
He says things like, backsliding Israel, Israel has forgotten me. Again, only referring to Israel because that's the nation he is in a covenant relationship with.
Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you. Surely as a wife treacherously departeth from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord. A voice was heard upon the high places, weeping, and supplications of the children of Israel. For they have perverted their way, and they have forgotten the Lord their God.
And that's why in Amos 3, verses 1 and 2, he says, you only, children of Israel, have I known of all the families of the earth. Because we're a family. So I will punish you for your transgressions. And that's why we've been punished.
Absolutely. So when you get to the New Testament and the Apostle Paul is saying all have sinned, you know that Paul would not accuse the other nations of breaking the law. When Paul is saying all have sinned, he's quoting from the Old Testament, the prophet Daniel, who said, yea, all Israel has sinned and transgressed thy law.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
In the Bible, sin is defined as transgression of the law.
Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law.
And the Most High God of Israel punishes the descendants for the sins of their ancestors.
And recompensest the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. The great, the mighty God, the Lord of hosts, is his name.
And this is captured really well in the movie 10 Commandments, where Moses comes out carrying the 2 tablets of stone and warns the Israelites, look, you're about to take this oath. And if you break these laws, our God won't just punish you, he'll punish your children and your children's children. Now we're going to show you the clip, and like all Bible movies, the characters are completely racially inaccurate. But this movie clip does really highlight the gravity of breaking these laws.
God has written the words of his laws on stones so that we will have them for all time. You will have no other God than the one true God. And you will not make an image of God. You will not take his name in vain. You will keep every seventh day holy for him. You will take care of your father and your mother. You will not kill. You will not commit adultery. You will not steal. You will not perjure yourself.
I saw them together.
You will not be jealous of what others have. Don't agree to these laws lightly. You have seen God's power. If you say yes and fail him, he won't just punish you. He'll punish your children. And your children's children.
And within those curses listed about the hair is also a prophecy that our God, the God of Israel, would cause us, the daughters of Zion, to collectively lose knowledge of how to dress modestly, stylishly, and classily.
In that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cowls, and their round tires like the moon, the chains, and the bracelets, and the mufflers, the bonnets, and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils. And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth.
Sisters, it's time for us to come back and embrace who we are as the daughters of Zion, the royal daughters of Zion.
And I want women to be modest in their appearance. They should wear decent and appropriate clothing and not draw attention to themselves by the way they fix their hair or by wearing gold or pearls or expensive clothes. For women who claim to be devoted to God should make themselves attractive by the good things they do.
Not every woman on the planet can call herself a daughter of Zion. Only us so-called black women who have the Deuteronomy 28 curses in our history. We recently celebrated Purim, which is a celebration of an amazing daughter of Zion who put her life on the line for the house of Judah. Now, the house of Judah would be your African Americans, Brazilians, Haitians. She put her life on the line for her people. Now, this daughter of Zion was called Esther. And in the following movie clip from the movie based on Esther, we're going to show you how Esther really owned the fact that she was a daughter of Zion, a child of the Most High God. Esther wasn't her real name. Her real name was Hadassah, but she kept that to herself. You see, in the clip that we're going to show you, she reveals who she is to the king. Up until now, the king didn't know that she was actually a Jew. But we're about to see her reveal that to the king. And I want you to just see how she owns her heritage. How when she actually announces who she is as a Jew, she rises from where she was seated and stands erect to let the king know just who she really is. Take a look at this.
You, Esther, a Jew?
Not Esther, my lord. Hadassah, Bat Abid, daughter of the tribe of Benjamin, child of the Most High God.
So, sisters, did you see the ownership? Did you see the pride? Now, we know these movies are racially inaccurate and she's actually playing a so-called black woman, okay? One of us, one of our ancestors. But did you see the way she did such a good job of depicting pride in self? Pride in being a daughter of Zion? We need to come back and have that pride in being the daughters of Zion. We're the only ones who can say we're the daughters of Zion. Now, sisters, many sisters, when you tell them about, Israelite dress code for women, can get a bit anxious because they suddenly think to themselves, I think because it's an ancient biblical law, they suddenly think to themselves, change my clothes. What do you mean change my clothes? I mean, am I going to have to look frumpy? I like what I wear. I don't want to change what I wear. No, sisters, you don't have to look frumpy. You see, what we have to understand is that the Most High's laws are not grievous. They're not designed to make you miserable. One of the earliest examples of Israelite style is actually in Genesis, the 37th chapter. And in that story, we learn about Joseph and his coat of many colours. So many of us grew up hearing about Joseph and his coat of many colours. Some of us may have gone to the theatre to see the story of Joseph and his coat of many colours. And that's one of the earliest examples of Israelites embracing style.
Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age, And he made him a coat of many colors.
In that story, Jacob buys one of his sons, Joseph, a coat of many colours. And for me personally, it makes me think of African print, because when you think of where the Bible is set in Africa, and then you think of fabric with many colours of it in it, it's easy to think African print. African print is so bold and so vivid. It loves our melanin. It sets off our hair. Joseph would have been walking around looking dapper in his coat of many colours, his African print coat. Remember, there's nothing new under the sun, sisters. The Most High does not have a problem with us having beautiful clothes and feeling good in our clothes and embracing fabrics and style. He is a man of style. Look at the following scripture in Ezekiel 16:10, because this illustrates that the Most High understands style.
I clothed thee also with broidered work, and shod thee with badger's skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk.
So as you can see, sisters, the Most High has a very good understanding of stylish, high-end clothing. He's talking about fine linen and badger skin and silk and embroidery. That's a man of style. Now that scripture in Ezekiel 16:10 is where he's basically describing how he took us out of the nation of Egypt and established us as a nation of Israel, and how he dressed us. He doesn't have a problem with us having style, sisters. He doesn't have a problem with us wearing colourful, bright clothes. He doesn't have a problem with that. He just wants us to wear our clothes modestly and stylishly. It could be that his law was that we only wore one colour. We were only to wear one colour, morning, afternoon and evening, one colour. No particular style, no particular design, just this one colour. And if that's his law, that's his law. But the Most High said, my laws aren't grievous. Embrace style, embrace colour, embrace fabric. Badger skin, sisters, badger skin. But we must do it modestly. Now, sisters, while modesty is the rule, style is individual. So sisters, now we're going to take a look at some ideas for stylish, classy and modest dresses. Now many of these dresses will be on the market now, and they're actually quite affordable, quite a few of them, because the retailers do very good sales. And most of all, they help you to just keep that commandment of wearing modest clothing. Very, very important. Now sisters, the best way to get dressed, seriously, is to put on a dress. We have skirts. I wear skirts from time to time, but honestly, I have far more dresses than I have skirts. Purely because it's just age old. The upper body matches the lower body, so you've got a complete outfit, and it's just the ultimate in class. It's so much easier to accessorize. You know, you can grab your handbag, grab your shoes, scarf, jewelry, when you're just matching on the upper and lower body. So seriously, sisters, the best way to get dressed as a woman in Israel is to just put on a dress.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing compares to the classy and elegant long dress. Particularly those ones that don't cling to your breasts or to your buttocks. because that's the utmost in modesty. Those dresses which don't cling. So for instance, you may see a long dress, but it's bodycon. Now bodycon, sisters, isn't modest because it clings to your breasts and your buttocks and indeed your entire body. So that's not giving the message of modesty. It's interesting because when you wear a long and classy modest dress, you send a message of self-respect. You're telling people and yourself that your body is not for public viewing, that your body is sacred. And what I found really interesting is that when you wear a classy and elegant long dress which isn't clingy and tight, you'll find that men are more respectable towards you. They're more respectful. So they'll be quicker to open the doors for you. They'll be quicker to pay you compliments. They'll be quicker to help you with your shopping or your luggage. And one thing I really love about the classy and long elegant dress is that it necessitates the need to hitch. And the hitch is when you gather up just the very near bottom middle of your skirt or your dress in order to walk upstairs or down the stairs. It's a completely feminine action because only we as women can do it.
So sisters, often the opposite of dressing modestly is an attempt to dress sexily. So in the following movie clip from a movie called Destination Wedding, which is a silly but kind of humorous film with Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves, you've got a man and a woman who have just met at a weekend wedding. Now I want you to listen to what the male character says about dressing sexily to the female character. You know, sometimes it's good to get the male perspective and notice how he likes the way she doesn't try to dress sexily and immodestly. Take a listen.
It's despicable the way men look at women.
In short, you are beautiful, graceful, and elegant. Also, you don't dress in an overtly sexy way. You seem to understand that dressing sexy is actually the opposite of being sexy. That certain information should have to be earned rather than given away for free to anyone and everyone who passes by your doorstep.
If this were 1732...
I'm giving you a compliment.
You're calling me a prude.
I'm suggesting that you've taken the high road. Even in this flagrant, flaunting day and age, you have chosen to preserve mystery. Yes, the pajamas go too far, but I applaud the ethos.
See, sisters, do you see how he used the words beautiful, graceful and elegant to describe the way she looks? You see how he said you don't dress in an overtly sexual way. You've chosen to preserve the mystery. You see, funnily, men will notice things like that. More often you get complimented for the way you've put together your modest and stylish clothes.
Definitely, we've both experienced that.
Yeah.
You know, definitely. There's definitely no doubt that when you dress modestly and classily, you're respected more because you respect yourself and your body.
You know, it's often the way you've put your clothes together. You know, the colours that you've put together with your shoes and things like that. Men often, believe it or not, are the ones to say, "Oh, I love the way you've put that together. Oh, you look really nice," etc.
You'd be surprised.
You're not showing a thing. You're not showing anything.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So it's really interesting.
Yeah, you don't have to put it all out there, sisters. You just don't need to do that.
We're going to take a look at the midi dress. So on your screen now is a lady wearing the midi dress. And when we say midi, we're referring to the length of the dress, right? So it typically falls at shin length, way past the knee, but above the ankle, mid-length down your leg. And what's so lovely about the midi dress is that, as you can see, it communicates such class, respectability, modesty, as we've been asked to do. So it's a wonderful dress to wear, ladies. Expect to get more compliments in your midi dress.
Definitely. And you know, the midi dress, you really can dress it up or down. So for instance, you can see this sister has dressed it up by pairing her dress with heels. But if you wanted to dress it down, For a more casual look, you would opt for perhaps a pair of sneakers, Converse trainers, strappy sandals, flat strappy sandals. This is making it a more casual look. Both all look fantastic. Just literally depends on what you're doing that day.
And what I really love about the winter midi dress, which will be coming up shortly, is that you can just throw it over a pair of knee-length boots. I don't know who came up with this, but it's an absolute fantastic look. The midi dress, winter midi dress over knee-length boots, sisters, seriously, it is the look. It really, really is the look.
Absolutely.
So midi dress.
Okay, sisters, we're going to talk about the midi smock dress in summer. Now remember, midi refers to the length of the dress. It refers to the length of the dress. And smock is a style of dress. So we're going to be looking at this style of dress in the summer. So let's take a closer look. Now this sister is rocking a peachy orange type midi smock dress. Now you can notice that the length falls at her shin. Now bear in mind, sisters, many of these models are quite tall, 5'9", 5'10". So when you're ordering these clothes, what may look midi on them may look like maxi to you if you're shorter in height. So bear that in mind. Again, this dress fulfills the rule of modesty. Nothing's overly clingy. Lovely, gorgeous length. The other sister in this white polka dot dress is a more loosely fitted dress. This sister is rocking the typical lovely, I'm going to go out in 5 minutes summer look. She's got lovely white sandals on, feeling that lovely hot summer ray through her toes. She's free, she's doing her thing. In this outfit she could go and meet her friends. She could go for lunch. In this outfit she can go and pick up some shopping. She can go for coffee. Very relaxed, loosely fitted midi smock dress.
And it's interesting actually, because the smock dress has become, this looser fitting smock dress, this relaxed fit smock dress has become very popular since the lockdown. So according to statistics, since the lockdown, this dress has been purchased by so many women. This particular style of dress, the relaxed fit. Because, people have been working from home and generally changed their lifestyles since the lockdown, So people want to be more relaxed. People are doing more things casually. There isn't that sort of demand to always be wearing something fitted and formal. So, this dress is very, very popular. Very, very popular dress at the moment.
And like Trey said, these midi smock dresses really are universally popular. You've got the lady on the far left who's gone for a more casual look, teaming her dress up with Nike sneakers. You've got the lady in the middle who's on the beach, and you've got the lady on the far right who's teamed it up with trainers. So again, all midi length smock dresses, and they all look great.
So the midi smock dress for autumn or winter is an absolute must-have for us. With its lovely long sleeves, it's beautiful for those early autumn months when it's, a little bit cooler, but it's not cold, it's just cooler. So as you can see, this lady is wearing her midi smock dress with, just sandals, flip-flops, right? Because it must be that kind of early autumn temperature.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why she's wearing it with flip-flops or sandals. But this is also a fantastic dress to wear in winter. I mean, you wouldn't think so. You'd think, well, how can I wear a dress in winter? Surely I need trousers. Leggings, sisters. Leggings are the answer.
Absolutely.
Cotton leggings, believe me, will keep you warm. With knee-length boots in winter. And even not knee-length boots sometimes just ankle-length boots and leggings under your dress with a good coat and a scarf, you are good to go. So this midi smock dress for autumn or winter is an absolute must-have for us.
Absolutely. This sister is also wearing a long-sleeved midi smock dress. Notice again, sisters, the length falls at her shins. She's teamed this one up with lovely white trainers, and she's rocking a matching white handbag. Perfect. Again, perfect autumnal look. If she was transitioning into winter, should add leggings underneath the dress, perhaps knee-high boots, a coat. She's winter ready.
As you can see by looking at this model, I mean, the modesty that this dress exudes is just, it really is phenomenal, because it's such a lovely, stylish, relaxed fit dress. And because of that, you just don't see the silhouette of a woman's figure. So you just can't see the silhouette of her figure. And that's what makes it so modest and so classy. Honestly, sisters, go get one. Okay, sisters, so another popular midi-length dress is the shirt dress. Now, this is a lovely long sleeve dress, you know, generally worn in spring, autumn and winter when the weather's a bit cooler. I mean, depending on where you're located, of course. Now, these dresses that we're about to look at are currently on the market at the time of making this video, and the retailers do very good sales. Let's take a look.
Okay, so the first dress we're going to look at is a lime green and white dress from Karen Millen. Now you see, sisters, she's paired it with knee-high boots. Looks fantastic. I own this dress, and I tend to put underneath it a slip skirt, and that's because the buttons of the dress don't go all the way down to the hem. So to ensure that modesty, I wear a slip skirt underneath. Now these kind of shirt dresses, sisters, can be worn into the office, business casual, to go and meet friends for coffee. So it's very much dressed up or down. They're lovely, lovely shirt dresses.
And this is a plus size lady wearing a dress from the same range. Now this one, I think it's called Leopard Head or something like that, in a burgundy. This dress again, lovely to wear to the office or dressed up for the evening, you know, casually, you know, just meeting friends in the evening. It's you know, they're fantastic dresses. Again, I would wear a slip skirt dress underneath to ensure that modesty, for the buttons that don't quite reach the hem on the dress. But again, you know, smashing outfit.
Now this one is the same shirt dress but in a different colour and in the petite size. So again, they come in different colours, sisters, and we should also point out that midi dresses can be worn with ankle boots, which is great in warmer seasons such as spring.
Yeah, or autumn.
Or autumn too, absolutely. Yeah. Now this is a sister who's also in a shirt dress. She's gone for the more casual look by wearing sneakers with her shirt dress.
It's fantastic as well, because this is very, when you look at this dress, it looks, the whole outfit is so comfortable, and it's quite autumnal really when I look at this outfit, because, you know, I think of early autumn, you know, when summer's over, but it's not cold, it's just cooler.
Exactly.
You know, and as you can see with the trainers, it's just super comfortable, super comfortable.
Absolutely.
Now, this is a more higher priced shirt dress. So this is part of Karen Millen's range. But as you can see, there's a little bit more detail going on here. It's paired wonderfully with the knee-length boots again. Fantastic length, very modest. I mean, this lady looks like she's, you know, maybe going out in the evening or going to an event that evening, you know, something where just a little bit more detail, a little bit extra is required. Again, lovely, lovely dress.
Same with this midi dress. Again, got a bit more going on, bit more detail, bit more fancy. So again, more of an event type dress. Looks fantastic.
And again, you know, see again how she's paired it with the knee-length boots. It just really, really works. The knee-length boots, sisters, under the midi dress just ensures that modesty, because you don't see any of the leg. So from top to toe, she is completely covered, and that's what makes the dress, the outfit, so modest. And of course the fact that the dress doesn't cling in any places where it would be inappropriate.
Yeah.
So, you know, once you have the right kind of dress and you put the boots underneath, you know, you're good to go.
You're good to go.
And again, you know, more of these higher priced shirt dresses in the Karen Millen range. So the lady on the far left in white, you know, she looks like she's about to go to some kind of event, either late in the day or in the evening. So too does the lady in the middle. And if you notice, the lady at the end wearing the bold rose print she's simply wearing the same dress that the lady in the previous slide was wearing, but she's just wearing the petite size. So again, sisters, you know, look how stylish these women look. You know, I think often we think of the Most High's laws and we think, oh, you know, he's going to want me to wear clothes that I'm not going to like, or I'm not going to look good in, that won't be stylish. But all these ladies look so stylish.
Absolutely, and fulfill that commandment of modesty. You know, I defy anyone to say that these women look frumpy. They look great. And all the dresses we've shown you in this presentation, sisters, are all modest, classy dresses, fulfilling that commandment of modesty. It's obedience is what it's about.
100% obedience. And, you know, if you do get it wrong one day, you know, and you perhaps you don't pair your midi dress with the right kind of boots, it's really not the end of the world in terms of God's laws, because he's more concerned with your obedience. I mean, there have been times I've got it wrong, you know, I've worn a long dress with just the wrong boots or the wrong shoes, and it's like, okay, this doesn't really look too great.
Yeah.
But what's more important is just your obedience. There is a beauty, a very unique beauty that comes from obedience, and it's a kind of beauty that transcends physical beauty. So that's really what's more important. But ultimately, really, sisters, it's not, you won't find it hard to put your clothes together at all.
You really won't. That's absolutely right, because with a lot of these retailers on their websites, they show you how to wear their dresses by what they put their models in. So they'll show you the kind of boots you wear. They'll say, you know, for instance, they'll say, look, get the look. You often see that on websites, don't you? Get the whole look, and they'll pair it with the boots, which you can buy too. But again, the most important thing is that your dresses and your outfit is modest, and that you're fulfilling that commandment.
Yeah, and that you're being obedient. You know, even if sometimes, you know, you get it wrong sometimes, honestly, the obedience is what counts. The fact that you're actually wearing a long, modest dress.
Okay, sisters, now we're going to talk about other styles of midi dresses. So on your screen now, you have a sister on the left, in a blue midi dress, which is known as a wrap dress, because one side of the dress wraps to the other side. And on the right hand side, you have a lady with this long sleeved midi dress, which gathers at the middle. Let's take a closer look at these dresses. Okay, sisters, so here you have a sister, like I said before, who's in a bold blue wrap dress. This dress doesn't cling to any areas of her body, such as her breasts or her bum. It goes down to her shin. Yeah, this dress is wearing with lovely leather shoes. So maybe you should wear this if she's going out to dinner, for instance. Lovely rocking that afro, really lovely outfit. I would say that this dress looks a little bit sheer, so you can see her legs through the material. So I would opt for a slip skirt underneath the dress and possibly a vest/camisole with a top, or an all-in-one known as a slip dress. That way you are completely covered, all the boxes of modesty are ticked, and you are good to go.
And if you actually look at the shoes she's wearing, they're like brown leather high heel flip-flop shoes. So they kind of got this, like, as you say, they've got a bit of a casual element.
Yeah.
So dinner would be lovely.
Yeah.
I'm thinking for this outfit,
Yeah.
as you say. And I'm thinking, you know, like late summer.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the dress is very sheer.
Yeah, quite
so
thin,
it's very
isn't it?
light. And then she's wearing these sort of flip-flops, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, late summer, where you just want to, you know, she wants the sleeves just to give her that, you know, because it's a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
But her feet can handle that.
Yeah.
Do you know? So it's just knowing like when to wear this kind of outfit and what kind of season and for what kind of occasion or event. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so this lady is wearing a high neck, long sleeved midi dress. She's paired her dress with high heel boots, knee length high heel boots. Now sisters, though you will see many of these models wearing high heels, that does not mean you have to wear high heels. If you're more comfortable in knee length flat boots, then do that. That is perfectly fine. Now this lady is plus size, and in Karen Millen that's known as the Curve collection. She looks absolutely lovely in this outfit. Again sisters, you'll notice it's high neck, so they've pulled her hair back to really emphasize that gorgeous detail of high neck dresses. Really, really lovely. Again, she would wear this perhaps to go to work. She could wear this to go meet friends for dinner. And because it's long sleeve, you're thinking late summer, perhaps early autumn for this. Yeah?
Even winter, to be honest. You know, with leggings underneath the dress and a warmer vest underneath the dress
there you go.
And a coat, you can get away with this in winter as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, I really do love this outfit because this is the gilet. So a gilet is a sleeveless jacket, and you know, to just think of putting the gilet over a dress is just with boots, I think it's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant idea. So this is a fur gilet. The lady's wearing this gilet with a kind of pastel coloured dress underneath, long sleeve dress, which makes me think of autumn because, you know, the gilet is a lighter jacket, right? So it's a lighter jacket that she'll be wearing over this dress, and she's wearing it with the knee-length boots. Again, as Davina said, your knee-length boots don't have to be high-heeled like this lady's, you know. They can be flat boots. It really does depend on, you know, your comfort levels, what you're doing, you know, what you're wearing the outfit to do, really. And this looks like a fantastic outfit for going to dinner in autumn, for me personally. And again, sisters, you know, pay attention to the fact that, you know, this dark-skinned woman with the rich melanin is wearing a pastel-coloured dress. So, you know, your lemons and your whites and your baby blues and your baby pink, they love the melanin because they're a direct contrast to the melanin, right? So they set the melanin off. So it's just lovely the way they've put her in this pastel-coloured dress and then put the rich brown fur gilet over what she's wearing. Again, this dress, I know you can't see the detail of this dress, but it's very, very modest. Doesn't show or cling, doesn't show the chest area or cling to the chest area or the buttocks. It's just a lovely, loose, modest, you know, quite a few of these dresses on the market that are modest and quite loose fitting so that they don't cling anywhere inappropriately. And yeah, I think she's absolutely rocking it.
Really nice.
Really rocking it.
Really nice. Oh, love this dress. As you know, sisters, we've only put in dresses that we like. You know, so again, this says to me summer evening. So this is a lovely, again, a pastel coloured dress, sisters, you'll notice, setting off her melanin. It's high neck again, so it really sets off that detail of the neck, just gives it a bit more of an edge. Again, it's a midi length, so it goes all the way down to her shin. She's wearing the dress with heels, so it says summer evening. Gorgeous dress. Sisters, you'll notice it's not clinging to her breasts or her buttocks. It hasn't got cut out areas in the breast, in the side area. It hasn't got a huge slit up the leg. This completely, she is covered top to toe and looks fantastic. This is typical royal daughter of Zion attire. Beautiful, beautiful. Natural hair again, doing it, you know. Holding it, flying that flag.
Holding out for the sisters. You know, I'm thinking for this kind of outfit, you know, dinner in summer.
Yes.
Straight up dinner in summer.
Yeah.
You know, going to dinner with your friends.
Yeah.
It's just perfect outfit. And it's a kind of like event type, you know, you're doing something that evening.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's absolutely rocking it.
Beautiful. Again, sisters, you'll notice another light coloured dress. Pastel, this one in a very almost like a lemony greeny type colour. Lovely. I probably wouldn't look to dress this dress down casually because I really like the fact that it's got that kind of going out event edge to it. You see she's got her matching, you know, strappy white sandals which really complements the dress with a matching handbag. She just looks lovely, getting ready to go out for dinner, perhaps going to the theatre, you know, in summer. Just, oh, loving it, loving it. Again, sisters, you'll notice these are all gorgeous, stylish dresses which fulfill the commandments that he gave to us, the daughters of Zion. So here, this sister is wearing a lovely white and red print midi dress. She has paired it with white heeled sandals and a matching clutch bag. Lovely. This sister again, she's gone for a darker print dress. This is now she's teamed it with Converse, so she's going for a more casual look here. Sisters, you can wear this to go shopping, to meet your friends, run errands, pick up your kids from school. You know, all these dresses for different occasions. You merely choose the correct dress for which occasion.
Oh gosh, another one. They're just they're
They're
everywhere.
Thick and fast.
They're everywhere. So this dress, sisters, is one of the higher priced dresses from the Karen Millen range. And again, you know, just look at the modesty. We've got a high neck. Nothing is being shown around the chest area. It's not clinging to her buttocks inappropriately. You know, it's a lovely length. I look at this dress and I think, okay, yeah, you know, dinner or event or show or something like that.
Yeah.
Party, evening party. You know, something where, you know, a bit of an edge is required, you know. Again, lovely length, lovely colours. If you just look at the different shades of blue they've used in the dress and how that contrasts with the white, it just sets the whole bold print pattern thing is just set off. Sisters, again, you know, these are the dresses that you want to be looking at, you know, for your for the category of evening wear, you know, the slightly higher priced evening wear, because this bold print, again, as we've said, just loves our melanin. It loves our melanin.
It really does.
Again, with the high neck, see the way they've pulled the model's hair back so that you can get an appreciation of the high neck detail of the dress. You know, that's a fantastic way to wear a high neck dress. Sisters, with the long afro, you can pull your afro back. You can cornrow your afro. TWA sisters with the teeny weeny afro, you know this dress is going to love you. So, you know, this is what we're talking, you know, when we talk about modesty, stylish modesty, please understand what we're talking about. These are the kinds of dresses we're talking about that fulfill that commandment of modesty. You know, the Most High said he wants us to dress modestly. He didn't say we're not allowed to be stylish. That's not written anywhere. So that's really what we want to show you here in this section, you know, that these dresses fulfill that commandment of modesty.
If ye love me, keep my commandments. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me, and he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father.
Most churches today teach that the law is done away with. But when you actually read the Bible, Christ made it very clear that those Israelites who were not keeping the commandments will not get into the kingdom.
Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
The only law that Christ fulfilled was the law of animal sacrifice. All the other laws we still must keep as being the children of Israel.
Okay, sisters, so now we're going to look at the maxi dress. So the maxi dress is the dress that reaches the ankle. It's basically the maximum length that your dress can be, really, while you're wearing it. So it just skims the ankle in most cases. Now, the maxi dress has got to be the most classy dress on the market. Something about the length reaching the ankle just makes it communicate its own message.
Absolutely. It really is the ultimate statement dress.
It really is.
Let's take a look. Get some options.
Okay, so this is the first maxi dress that we're going to take a look at. As you can see, this is a summer dress that the sister's wearing. Now she's teamed the dress with high-heeled, strappy white sandals, and as you can see, it looks fantastic. This kind of dress you could actually wear in the daytime as too, though. Just the very pattern and style of it. You know, you could wear it with flat sandals that are strappy. You could wear it with trainers, you know, old school trainers. Converse, to give it that really casual look. But it's very much one of those day to evening dresses in that you can wear it during the day, but you could also wear it in the evening the way the sister is wearing it, because of her high heel strappy sandals. You know, it just takes it from day to evening. Lovely dress. So this dress is by Phase 8. Now this is a lovely dress, also very, very nice. It's a vivid, bold print, just absolutely loves our melanin.
It's lovely. I mean, it kind of screams event, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's really pretty.
It really, really does. Now, bold print, you know, dresses like this, as I say, they love our melanin. So sisters, you know, don't feel intimidated or think, you know, that it makes too much of a statement. You know, wear these dresses because they really, really love melanin. As you can see, you've got red in there, you've got white in there, you've got blue, different colours, and it just looks fantastic. Also, I'll draw your attention to the fact that it's got a collar, a high collar. Now, the high collar looks fantastic. We may have said this before, with the TWA hairstyle, teeny weeny afro. The high collar, whether it's, you know, actually collars on a shirt or just high collar dresses with frills like this one, absolutely love the TWA. So if you are wearing a short TWA cropped hairstyle, you know, look for those dresses, sisters, that have the high collar, because they will absolutely love that hairstyle. They just love it. Again, these bold prints look fantastic with our hair. They just look fantastic with our hair. Something about boldness and colour just loves our woolly hair. So, you know, go for it. Again, it's not all, you know, clingy around the breast. It's not clingy around the backside, this dress. It's classy, it's modest, it's very, very elegant. Now this dress the sister is wearing, again, is another day dress. You know, it's very casual. And I'm thinking this might be, you know, late summer, early autumn, because the sleeves, you know, to just give you that bit of added warmth that you need. Again, this sister is wearing hers very casually, you know. She's just teamed it with a pair of white old school trainers, which I have to say, sisters, look absolutely fantastic, right? With your long maxi dress or midi dress.
Yeah, you're going to see it a lot in the summer and, you know, early autumn. I mean, every woman pretty much is wearing lovely long maxi dresses teamed with white old school trainers. It is a tried and tested look, and it works every single time.
It really does. For that casual day wear where you're going here and there, you're running up and down, or you're going to see friends, or going whatever you're doing, you know, it really is the ultimate casual look in summer. You know, if this lady wanted to dress this up and make it into an evening dress, she would just change her footwear to, you know, maybe high strappy sandals. So, you know, the options are all there. The options are all there. Right, so this dress is a lovely, simple white dress by Karen Millen. And as you can see, you know, it's got a lovely sort of flouncy style to it. The ladies teamed hers up with a pair of flat leather strappy sandals. Sisters, what I would say is that white looks fantastic on melanin. White looks fantastic on our melanin. So whether you're lighter skinned or darker skinned, you know, don't be frightened to wear a white dress. It just really, really sets off our skin tone, and that's exactly what's happening in this image. You know, it's a lovely flouncy dress. It covers in all the right places. It doesn't cling to her buttocks or anything like that. It's just your typical quintessential day dress. It's probably when you're going to some kind of event during the day. You know, it's just communicating class, style and elegance whilst being casual.
Absolutely, and really perfect for summer. I mean, that just screams to me a 30-degree plus day. You know, white, fresh. You know, it's cool. It's beautiful. Love it.
And this is actually the same dress in olive green. So this is exactly the same dress in olive green. Beautiful summer dress. This dress she's teamed up with gold strappy sandals. So gold strappy flat sandals. Again, you can imagine her going to an event or going to lunch or doing something where, you know, you just look just slightly a bit more elegant than you would maybe in just trainers. So yeah, another fantastic look.
And you see, sisters, how lovely all these dresses are. These dresses are all modest, all classy. And the more you start obeying that commandment that the Most High gave us, the daughters of Zion, to dress modestly and classily, the more you'll see these dresses, the more you will find them. And you have to stop yourself from buying more dresses.
Well, suddenly they just start to appear.
Honestly.
They're everywhere. Suddenly you just notice that the more obedient you are to this command, the more you will start to see these dresses turn up literally everywhere. So, sisters, go to it.
And speaking about the summer, sisters, if you don't own a pair of gold strappy sandals, you are missing out. I've got more than one pair. Put them on, feel the hot summer rays between your toes, embrace the heat, embrace that season of summer. You'll love it.
Oh, you'll totally love it. Sisters, gold strappy sandals have got to be the footwear really for summer. Most of your dresses will look fantastic with gold strappy sandals. You know, you've got the melanin to set that gold off. So, you know, just go for it. Go for it.
Okay, sisters, so on your screen is a bandeau bra. And this is a bra you would typically wear in the summer with your summer dresses. Because if you were to wear an ordinary bra, your bra straps would show. And that's not a cool look. Now, these bandeau bras come in different colours. Different sizes, obviously. The most common colours are black, nude and white. So you'll just choose the most appropriate colour for the dress you're wearing.
An example of the kind of dress that you would wear, sisters, with a bandeau bra is the dress that's now showing on your screen. So this dress would typically be worn with, you know, a nude coloured, a flesh coloured bandeau bra. You know, as you can see, this dress, it doesn't show anything. It's very, very modest. But you wouldn't want straps from an ordinary bra to be peeking out, you know, at the top of it. So that's why you'd wear your bandeau bra. Now, I've got this dress. This is an absolutely stunning dress for summer, and I often get complimented when I'm in it. This dress I've worn with white Converse trainers. I've worn it with gold strappy sandals. You know, and you could wear sandals high-heeled or flat with this dress. It's an absolute lovely dress. And just wearing that bandeau bra with it just gives you the confidence that everything just looks as it should, you know, up there. Again, if you wanted extra modesty, you could throw around it a white linen pashmina. But yeah, that's the kind of bra you would need to wear with this kind of dress.
Absolutely, sisters. And all the images we've shown you in this presentation so far of the summer dresses can all be worn with this kind of bandeau bra. So you're good to go. And here, last but not least, we have this lady. She's wearing a floral print maxi dress. Again, it's long sleeve, so I'm thinking late summer, early autumn. More of an evening outfit this time because she's teamed it with high heels. I own this dress and it's lovely, but what I would say, sisters, you must wear inside a camisole vest at the top and at the bottom a slip skirt. Because when I bought it, I realised that the material was quite thin, quite sheer, so you could see the outline silhouette of my body. Not modest. To achieve modesty, camisole top at the top and a slip skirt at the bottom. Gorgeous. Done, dusted.
So sisters, you know, as you can see, you know, there are some absolutely lovely maxi dresses on the market. And don't be intimidated by wearing a long maxi dress, because it is a statement dress. I mean, you will get noticed more often than not, but you'll be noticed for your style, elegance, and the class that you exude. Because as I say, the maxi dress just exudes a message. It just says class, sophistication, elegance, style, more than a dress that is perhaps reaching just the knees. So, you know, don't be intimidated. Don't think, oh gosh, this is far too, you know, I don't know. Some people feel that the dresses, the long dresses are so, what's the word, V? How do they feel? They can feel intimidated.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, our people, sometimes they can feel intimidated because just the length of the dress and the boldness of the dress and the statement that it makes.
It's so much more classy than your average, you know, bodycon, tight miniskirt. It's just a whole other kind of dress. And this is the one. This is royalty, sisters, right here. Royalty is a maxi dress.
Yes.
In the midi dress.
100%.
Really is, you know,
100%.
Royal, you know, the royal daughters of Zion wear royal, classy, modest dresses.
Absolutely. So go for it. The more you do it, the more you will become accustomed to wearing these types of dresses. You'll get used to it. You'll feel more and more comfortable in these types of dresses. And as I say, sisters, more and more will start to pop up.
Exactly.
So, sisters, this is my pashmina. Some people will call it a large scarf. This is my woolen one. And the pashmina is a fantastic accessory for the Israelite woman. Because our law says that whenever we're praying or prophesying, we, the daughters of Zion, just the daughters of Zion, must cover our heads. So, as you can see, I can just take, you know, if I'm wearing my pashmina like this, I can just take part of my pashmina and just, you know, cover my head if I'm praying or prophesying. And it's just a lovely accessory because it keeps me nice and insulated round the neck. So it's a fantastic accessory for the Israelite woman.
And not to mention the modesty aspect, sisters. So for instance, if you're wearing a dress which maybe the V-neck is a bit low, because sometimes when you buy a dress they don't tick all the boxes, so you can wrap the pashmina around you, like Trace is demonstrating now, you see. So not only do you get insulation, but you get a lovely wrapped pashmina around you at the same time. Perfect. Yeah? Now we're going to show you a clip of an Australian girl who's going into a Buddhist temple while in Thailand. Now sisters, full disclosure, we are not saying you should be going into any Buddhist temple. You are the royal daughters of Zion, and your God does not want his sons and daughters, the people he chose, to be going into temples and looking at other gods. Not interested. Okay? We're merely showing you this clip to really demonstrate how other nations understand the importance of dressing modestly when being in the presence of a god. So you'll see this Australian girl. She's wearing a lovely long maxi dress with white old school trainers. The ultimate casual look. Check this out.
Good morning, you guys. Now we are starting off our second day in Bangkok with a visit to one of its 400 temples. This beautiful place is Wat Bawani Wet, and it is one of the major Buddhist temples in the city. It actually has a statue of the Buddha dating back to 1357, and some of the late king's ashes are here. So it's a really special and really important place. And not only that, it is simply gorgeous. Now, one thing I will say, if you are planning on visiting any temples, you want to make sure that you are dressed temple appropriate. So for ladies, that is your shoulders covered, no midriff, no shorts. Make sure your dress or your skirt goes down to your knees. If you want to, you can carry a couple of scarves to help you cover up, but something like this is perfect, and that way you'll be able to get in, no troubles.
We showed you that video purely to demonstrate the fact that other nations understand and respect the fact that when you're in the presence of a god, you're to dress modestly and classily. We are to dress modestly and classily. Now, the God of the Israelites is omnipresent, meaning he's around us the whole time. He says he dwells amongst the children of Israel. He doesn't change, so we know that that's not going to change. Therefore, he's always around us, meaning we must always dress modestly and classily. Okay, sisters, now we've reached the section of occasion wear and high holy day dresses. And you know, the high holy days are really occasions, special occasions, because they're the feast days of the Israelites, celebrating how the God of Israel loves his chosen people, the Israelites. On these special days, we celebrate the wonderful miracles he performed for us. Celebrate how he made us win wars and battles against our enemies. How he delivered the children of Israel from their enemies. They're constant feast days and celebrations of how much the God of Israel loves his people, the Israelites, and they happen throughout the year, these high holy days. We get dressed in our best clothes, we eat the best kind of foods, drink the best kind of wines. It is party time.
It really is party time, sisters. And as I say, you're going to need some dresses. So let's take a look at the dresses that you can wear. Okay, sisters, I have to say I personally love this dress.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Because it is so bright and bold, which is exactly what we want, right? Sisters, don't be shy about wearing these kind of bold block colour dresses on a maxi dress. A maxi dress itself is a statement dress, and then the colour that this dress is actually in just makes it even more spectacular. But it's the colour that loves our melanin. We can carry this off so easily. So wear these bright, bold colours. Now this dress would be in the higher priced range of Karen Millen dresses. And as you can see, you know, it's very, very event type dress in terms of occasion wear. She's actually teamed hers up with gold strappy heeled sandals. As you can see, the actual detail of the dress, you know, with all the frills around the shoulders, a high neck, which, as we always tell you sisters, with the TWA, the teeny weeny afro, the high neck loves your teeny weeny afro. But sisters, even you sisters with the longer hair, you can cornrow your hair back and, you know, so that your face is on display and the high neck is on display. As you can see, this sister, she's had her hair pulled back. It just looks fantastic, and it just adds to that class, style and modesty. So yeah, this would be a higher priced dress, a higher priced occasion wear dress. And as you can see, it really is a statement dress. This is what we mean, you see, when we say statement dress, because, you know, you walk in and it just makes a statement. All this lady would need now is her gold clutch bag, and she's off.
Okay, here we have a plus size lady, again in a lovely maxi dress. This one is long sleeves. With most of these retailers, they do accommodate the fact that not everyone is really slim. So we have plus size here. Karen Millen's plus size collection is known as Curve. And this lovely, lovely dress, as you can see, sisters, it goes all the way down to her ankles, very modest, doesn't cling anywhere, very much a statement piece like most maxi dresses. She's teamed it with lovely black high heels, looks lovely.
Oh, another one I love. So this dress is really nice because it's got quite a few different colours, and that dark kind of sapphire, navy indigo colour that it's all set in, I just think it works. So it's just absolutely stunning dress. Again, another statement dress. I mean, the dress just makes a statement. Now this lady, she's wearing this dress with boots, but you could wear it with, you know, high heel navy shoes, or, you know, any other colour that you may feel fit to wear. But the point is that, you know, it's very modest. It's not clinging to, you know, the bosom area or the buttocks area inappropriately. You know, there's enough gather so that you have the space to walk without your whole silhouette being shown. And again, it's another lovely high neck dress. And as we said before, sisters, you know, the high neck is lovely with the short hair, which many of our sisters are opting for, and or cornrowed long hair, or pulled back in a bun long hair. So however you want to do it, these high neck dresses just look absolutely stunning. And as you can see, this has got a lovely silky look to it. Probably be wearing this to go out somewhere early autumn, you know, going into the winter season, you could wear this dress. So, you know, just, yeah, look for these dresses with the colour and the boldness and the length, and, you know, really, you know, wear these occasion dresses. As I say, you know, the Israelite calendar is full of occasions, so you'll have enough reasons to.
So here we have a lovely white long sleeve dress, maxi dress again. And whenever I look at this dress, I always think of kind of like fairy tale type of dress. It's a very kind of feminine, fresh, with the white. Again, lovely contrast with our melanin, would work really well. Again, you see that it's high neck, so they've pulled the model's hair back so you can see that high neck is really exposed. Again, she's paired it with lovely strappy shoes. Beautiful, really, really lovely outfit.
Okay, so this lady is wearing a lovely maxi dress as well. Again, it's high neck. As you can tell, we like our high neck dresses. Well. It's a lovely, you know, it's got a lovely harmonious colour to it. You know, it sets off her melanin beautifully. And again, you know, modest sisters. It's just not inappropriate. You know, it's not clinging anywhere inappropriately. The length is all the way down to her ankles. This is, you know, your quintessential statement evening dress. You know, grab your clutch bag, grab your heels, and you're off. But yes, I mean, summer, lovely, lovely occasion. This dress would be worn on, yeah.
You know, it's really important to note, sisters, that all these retailers, they have different options. So they have the immodest dress and they have modest dresses. You as a daughter of Zion who wants to keep the commandments, you simply choose the modest dresses. Believe me, these modest dresses are very different from some other things they have from the very same retailer. So it's just a matter of going towards the maxi dress section, the midi dress section, the shirt dress section, and choosing your selection. It's all about making the right choice, making the choice of class and modesty
and obedience more than anything else.
I mean, absolutely.
This dress, for example, you might choose to wear a linen pashmina with it, you know, in the summer, just for extra modesty or to keep you cool. You know, there's different options, but if you wanted that extra modesty, you could just put linen pashmina or cotton pashmina around, you know, maybe in white, around your shoulders if you wanted that extra modesty. But, you know, as you can see, it covers up pretty well. It covers up pretty well. Stunning dress. I really like this dress. So there you go, sisters. This is our selection of high holy day and occasion wear dresses, you know, to just give you an idea of the kind of dresses for that category that are currently on the market, and to let you know that it's all out there, sisters. They're literally waiting for you.
Okay, sisters, so now we're going to talk about immodest clothing. Now you can see the images on your screen. I mean, compare those to the beautiful dresses we've seen throughout this presentation. They just don't compare. On the left hand side, you've got a sister in shorts and a belly top with her stomach showing, completely immodest. Nothing mid-length about that outfit. It shows a lot of skin. That's not fulfilling the commandment. On the right hand side, we've got a sister in a cut out dress. Looks like a mini dress. Again, completely inappropriate. Any kind of dress which cuts out, whether it's cutting out at the side, cutting out in the breast area, completely inappropriate. The length of the dress is inappropriate. The tightness of the dress is inappropriate. You can see how it really clings to the curves of her body. Here in this picture, I've added skinny jeans in the middle that the sister is wearing, along with a very inappropriate top. I used to love my skinny jeans. I used to wear mini skirts, mini dresses. We both did. We did all of that. Now completely changed to lovely, stylish, classy, modest dresses. Leggings, sisters, are underwear. Leggings are underwear. As we've been showing you in this presentation, leggings go under a skirt or a dress, particularly in the cooler seasons. In that way, you can wear a dress throughout the year because you have leggings underneath it so you don't get cold. Leggings are underwear. They're not to be worn on their own. Wear them under a dress or a skirt. Again, back to the jeans. This all really fits into the commandment that the Most High said to Israel. He doesn't want women wearing things that men wear and doesn't want men wearing things women wear. Again, this pertains only to the children of Israel because only we were given the law of Moses.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
He's talking to us, black men and black women. He doesn't want us cross-dressing. Here's some more. Lots of flesh being shown. Breasts practically almost falling out of these ones. Completely inappropriate, not to be worn by the daughters of Zion. Now let's do a compare and contrast. And you tell me, sisters, which dress is more appropriately modest and stylish. To these two, which one is more beautiful, which one is more stylish, which one is more modest? Easily the yellow one on the right. Easily. Which one? Here you've got the sister in a lovely maxi dress, white print maxi dress, and on the right you have a sister with a see-through body contrast. Which one is more stylish? Which one is more modest? Clearly the one, the lady in white on the left. Here is another compare and contrast. We've got a sister in lovely African print design, but the complete style of the dress is completely immodest. When you buy something classy, it will be modest. That's how it is. Clearly this sister on the right in the orange peach dress is much more modest, much more stylish, much more befitting to royalty. Here too, another compare and contrast. While the girl on the left's dress is long, you can see it's very tight. Very, very tight. You can see a bit of her skin is showing in the middle as well. Whereas the sister on the right, in the blue dress, gorgeous. Let's get a bit more information on this girl in the black dress, because you may think the black dress is okay because it's long, but what does it look like in the back? See? See how it exposes the whole back? And you have to really look out for that, sisters. When you're buying a dress, make sure you see it from all different angles, not just the front and the length, but the back as well. I can't tell you how many dresses have almost gone into my basket before I took another closer look and realised the back, there was no back. There was a slit in the side. Oh, I could go on. I mean, there's some really, really inappropriate dresses out there. And again, you've got a sister in white print and a sister in a mini skirt on the left. Again, you can easily see the sister on the right with a gorgeous midi length dress is more royal. There's nothing royal about what the woman on the left is wearing. So as you see, sisters, I hope that really helped, that compare and contrast, to really show you what you can wear casually or at an event. All the categories are out there. You just need different dresses for different categories.
Okay, sisters, so because of the Isaiah 3 biblical prophecy, which states that because the daughters of Zion have been haughty and disobedient to the Most High's laws, statutes and commandments, he would smite our scalp. Many of our sisters have damaged or no hair. And we address this in our book, Before We Become Extinct, How Do I Get the Confidence to Wear My Natural Woolly Hair? Ultimately, sisters, what we have to remember is that beauty isn't just external. In fact, real true beauty starts from the inside. And that comes from being commandment-keeping daughters of Zion. Yes, we extol the virtues of diet, exercise, but ultimately, beauty comes from who we are as commandment-keeping daughters of Zion, because by keeping the commandments, you just exude a spiritual beauty. And then it's exercise and diet, and ultimately what you wear in terms of modest and classy clothes. Right, Bea?
Absolutely, because how you dress really is beauty of its own, particularly when it's modest and classy, only when it's modest and classy. So take a look at this model, sisters, for ASOS. This model has absolutely no hair, but she's looking really nice in a midi length dress that we've been showing you throughout this video. She's teamed it with white trainers and a matching white bag to accessorise. So again, sisters, you know, you're not looking at her and thinking she's a man. You know she's a woman. Sisters, understand that these curses, all these curses, are only temporary. They will not last forever. Our job is to be obedient to the contract, covenant that we signed long ago. You are a beautiful, royal daughter of Zion, sisters. Embrace it, own it, reclaim it, because it's yours. And it's special, and you're the only one who can say that. Again, sisters, these curses are only temporary. There are so many future prophecies of healing for the children of Israel, of restoration for the children of Israel, of us receiving back everything that was taken from us. So don't be discouraged.
Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout aloud, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all your heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. For the Lord will remove his hand of judgment, and will disperse the armies of your enemy. And the Lord himself, the King of Israel, will live among you. At last your troubles will be over, and you will fear disaster no more. On that day the announcement to Jerusalem will be, Cheer up, Zion, don't be afraid. For the Lord your God has arrived to live among you. He is a mighty Savior. He will rejoice over you with great gladness. With his love he will calm all your fears. He will exult over you by singing a happy song. I will gather you who mourn for the appointed festivals. You will be disgraced no more. And I will deal severely with all who have oppressed you. I will save the weak and helpless ones. I will bring together those who were chased away. I will give glory and renown to my former exiles who have been mocked and shamed. On that day I will gather you together and bring you home again. I will give you a good name, a name of distinction among all the nations of the earth. They will praise you as I restore your fortunes before their very eyes. I, the Lord, have spoken.
Sisters, another commandment that we have that relates to Israelite dress code is that all sons and daughters of Zion must attach fringes and a border of blue to the hems of all their garments.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart, and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a-whoring, that ye may remember, and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, to be your God. I am the Lord your God.
But look at the language. He said things such as whoring, for instance. So this is very strict language, because we really upset him. That word whoring, he's referring back to when we built a golden calf to worship other gods. So it's very, very important that we aim to do better than our ancestors did, and really seek our power 10 times more, as he's called us to do. So sisters, you know, if you have the skill to sew on your border of blue and your fringes, go to it. If not, take your border of blue and your fringes to your tailors, and he will hem it on for you. Done.
Yeah, he'll attach it to your garment. You know, just take the garment,
the fringes and the border of blue to your tailors and explain how, you know, if you look at the image on the screen, it shows you how the fringes are attached to the border of blue. The ribbon of blue basically sort of lies over the top of the fringe, and you stitch the whole thing together on the hem of your garment. Okay, so this is really important, so that every time you look down at those fringes, you know, it's a reminder of each of the commandments that we're meant to be keeping. You know, that's the purpose of it. That is its actual purpose. Now, sisters, I personally like the 1-inch dress loop fringe. So there's different types of fringes. You know, if you go to the haberdashery, there's different types of fringes, and you can buy your fringes online actually, and also your ribbon. I like the 1-inch dress loop fringe. It's a lovely silky fringe, comes in different colours. And the reason why I like 1 inch is because, you know, when you're wearing a midi length dress and say ankle boots, for example, and your ankle boots have a zip, if your fringes, if your dress loop fringes are maybe like 2 inch or 3 inch, it can hook on the zip of your ankle boot.
Awkward.
And, you know, that's not a situation really that you want to find yourself in.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. So what I really like is the 1-inch fringe, because it's just, you can just get away with more shoes, you know, it's not gonna, and it's also like, you know, you've also had times where you've worn the 2 or 3 inch fringe dress loop I'm talking about, and it's hooked as you've walked on your sort of calf length or knee length, you know, boot, just the any like hook or zip on your boot. So I really, really like the 1-inch fringe. I mean, you know, you do have to be careful if you've got the 2 or 3 inch dress loop fringes, because you can get yourself in some very awkward situations which you'd rather not. But yeah, it's such a lovely fringe, and sisters, you know, enjoy this. Like, you know, let this bring out the creative and artistic side of you. You know, you get a red and white patterned midi length dress, for example, that you've just bought, and you're thinking to yourself, now red inch fringes would really look awesome. Oh, do I want gold? You know, just enjoy it, you know, because this is your culture, and it's a beautiful, beautiful culture. If you don't understand that now, stick with the scriptures. You will soon understand how beautiful your culture actually is. Now, sisters, you may be thinking, oh, come on, you guys. Are you not taking this too far? God doesn't care about what I wear. It's all about my heart. My heart is what matters. Sisters, that's Christianity. We're doing the Bible right here. And there's a future prophecy which says that those Israelites who are dressed in strange apparel meaning strange clothing, will be destroyed upon Christ's return.
And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, that I will punish the princes and the king's children, and all such as are clothed with strange apparel.
So sisters, the strange apparel will be all the things we all used to wear. Shorts, skinny jeans, bodycon dresses. These are the strange apparel this prophecy is talking about. And sisters, you know, strange apparel also goes into wearing wigs and weaves that don't look like your natural woolly hair. You know, when we wear wigs and weaves that don't look like our natural woolly hair, we instantly send a message to the Most High and Christ, telling them that, you know, despite the fact that they said we're above all nations, we're their chosen people, you know, they put their beauty on us, we don't really believe. We don't really believe it. And sisters, unbelievers don't make the kingdom. When the Most High looks down and sees your head, he's thinking, this is strange. This isn't the hair that he gave you. And it's apparel because it's something that you wear. It's something you put on. You know, apparel is what we wear. So it's strange apparel. Or it's clothing that doesn't have the fringes. Where are the fringes and the border of blue? To the Most High, that's strange because he's given you a dress code. So where's the fringes and the border of blue? Strange apparel. Now, sisters, we're realists, okay? In order for you to let your lovely dresses hang well on your body
And more importantly, for you to achieve an overall level of health and well-being, you're going to have to move. Now, this is Rocky that you're looking at currently on the screen, okay? She's one of the instructors of the Walk at Home series. Here she is again. As you can see, she's doing quite simple exercises, okay? So walk at home is where you literally walk at home, you know, you exercise at home. And as you can see, she's not really doing anything particularly difficult. If you can walk, you can follow Rocky, okay? So walk at home, sisters.
Absolutely. Now, this is Nadia, another instructor on the same channel. And again, sisters, you notice the moves are very simple. You know, just getting you accustomed, particularly if you're not accustomed to exercising regularly, getting your body accustomed to moving, doing different movements, getting that blood going. Really, really important to start, you know, start easy, start slow, particularly if you're not accustomed to doing lots of working out. Nadia and Rocky are the ones who will really introduce you back into that system and process of regular exercising. They're the great pair to start off at, basically. And you'll graduate as you go up. Graduating with here, brother Jordan. Yeah, he's more intense. You can see that from his workout. He's much more intense. Again, this is the next step up from Rocky and Nadia. You can see this movement still, sis, you'll notice his movements are still very simple. But it's much more high paced.
Yeah,
and
there's more energy in this.
More energy, great music. He'll really get that blood pumping much more intensely, so to speak. You know, it's very high energy, this video, his workout, no question. It's a solid half an hour. Look at them, they're going for it.
This is pure cardio that he's doing.
It's pure cardio here. You know, so he's a next step up from Rocky and Nadia. Again, from Jordan, as you're doing these exercises, you'll move on to Body Fit by Amy. You'll see, sisters, she's got the dumbbells. So again, this is a much more high intensity workout. This is full body strength.
This one hurts, sisters.
It hurts.
Really hurts. And now you've got Astrid on the screen. Now, Astrid, this is an 8-minute arm video that she does. And you think, oh yeah, 8 minutes, I can do that, no problem. Huh. It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. What she's doing right now, that hurts because she does a lot of reps.
Yeah.
But sisters, that's how your clothes hang so beautifully on your body. You know, by doing these exercises, you know, you get the slender arms and the slender legs underneath your lovely, modest clothes. So they just hang so beautifully. And at the same time, you're really helping your body in terms of health and well-being.
Absolutely. No matter what you're going through, if you're going through any kind of medical issues, whether high blood pressure, whether fibroids, no matter what your medical condition, always exercise, sisters, between 3 and 5 times a week with a minimum of 20 minutes each session is absolutely imperative.
It's imperative. It's absolutely imperative. The link between well-being and exercise, honestly, it's proven. It is proven. And the Bible is the greatest health book on this planet. I mean, health literally is the theme that runs throughout the Bible. So, you know, when we talk about this, it's all fitting in with your Israelite lifestyle, you see, and I think that's really important for us to understand. You know, so wear your dresses, exercise, you know, take your exercise very, very seriously. You know, as Davina said, 3 to 5 times a week, minimum of 20 minutes a session. And just, you know, get online with these guys because they're all there ready to get you toned, fit and healthy, you know, and it's fantastic. And then in addition to that, sisters, diet. Diet is very, very important. We talk about diet and also exercise in our book, Before We Become Extinct, How Do I Get the Confidence to Wear My Natural Woolly Hair? I mean, sisters, diet is such a complement to exercise. I mean, the two literally go together. And we're not talking about like a diet, a 2-3 month diet. We're talking about transitioning to a healthier way of eating, really for life. With many health issues that sisters are suffering from diabetes, to fibroids, high blood pressure, diet will always play a major role in your healing. You know, the way you eat has a direct connection to your overall health. Additionally, as Israelites, there are certain foods that we're not actually meant to eat. So there are certain foods that the Most High has deemed unclean, like pork or shrimp, crayfish. You know, he doesn't want his children eating these foods because he didn't create these foods to be eaten by his children. He wants, you know, us to be healthy and clean and well. This is why we say that well-being is a theme that runs throughout the Bible. So sisters, you know, get online with the brothers, learn about, you know, the Israelite dietary code, so you know which foods you're not supposed to be eating and those foods that you are supposed to be eating, because it's all about well-being.
Absolutely. So if you look at this lovely rice salad on your screen, sisters, this kind of meal will be deemed clean and nutritious in Israel. So look at the vegetables on the plate. You have olives, cucumber, tomatoes, herbs. Some may not like eggs, which is fine. You can remove eggs and replace an egg, for instance, replace eggs with salmon, avocado, beetroot. It's these kind of nutritious meals, sisters, which are fantastic nutritional benefits to your body. It's these kind of foods that will help you maintain a lovely complexion, a healthy heart. They will reduce the chance of you putting on extra weight. And of course, the cherry on top, you will look fantastic in your dresses.
So, sisters, throughout this presentation, we've shown you beautiful, classy, modest, stylish dresses in midi and maxi length. And did you notice, sisters, that many of the sisters who were modelling the dresses were doing so in their natural hair? Sisters, if you still struggle to get the confidence to wear your natural woolly hair, as mentioned, we've written a book just for you. Before we become extinct, how do I get the confidence to wear my natural woolly hair?
Absolutely. Sisters, check out these contents we've written specifically to address the fear and anxiety many of our sisters have when thinking about and considering wearing their natural hair. Chapter 1, Lies versus Truth. Is this true? Is it really true that you have bad woolly hair? That woolly hair is just something that us sisters need to hide? Is it true? Chapter 2, The Messages We Send Out.
And what messages are we sending out to society when we choose to believe that there's something wrong with the way the Most High made our hair?
Absolutely. And also messages we're sending to our family, our children, our younger ones. What impact are our choices having on them?
Yep.
Chapter 3, Health Dangers, sisters.
What effect is all of this having on our health, both mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, not to mention financial?
Chapter 4, What's love got to do with it?
This whole thing is about love.
Chapter 5, Taking back our freedom.
Sisters, you are stronger than you know. You are much, much stronger than you know. And you just have to take that strength and do what's the healthier choice.
Absolutely. Chapter 6, Before we become extinct.
We don't want it to get to a point where our actual natural look is practically extinct. You just don't really see it very often. How will that affect us mentally and emotionally?
Absolutely. And then sisters, chapter 7 and chapter 8, the 7 steps to wool confidence. 10 tips for woolly hair wearing. Sisters, this book will free your mind. Get yourself a copy. There's links in our description box. In the banner of our YouTube channel, there's also a link. Don't miss out.
Don't miss out, sisters, because it's a mental stronghold on many of our sisters. They have told us, they have admitted to us that it's a mental stronghold with them. You know, they just have this anxiety about wearing their natural woolly hair. As we've said before, you know, they look at the billboards, they don't see it. At the end of the day, sisters, the only thing that's going to squish
that mental stronghold is truth. Because that mental stronghold is based on lies. It's based on lies. So the only thing that's going to squish it is truth. So you need to know the truth about your natural woolly hair, which is why you need the book. So remember, sisters, modesty does not mean having to dress frumpily. It doesn't mean having to be frumpy. Remember, modesty is the commandment, the rule, but style will always be individual. Absolutely. Sisters, that comes to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. We hope it's really blessed you. Right now, we're exhausted, we're tired. It's taken a lot of work. We've really enjoyed it, and we hope it's been really beneficial to you. So until next time, happy shopping. Happy shopping.
Perfect is the law of the Lord, covering the soul of thine own people. Back to the lost we go. Remember the promise, remember Israel.